The Twins clinch another series win. It's a 2-0 win over the Tigers tonight at Target Field. Let's break it down in today's Locked On Twins postcast.
You are Locked On Twins postcast, part of Locked On Sports Minnesota, your team every day.
And welcome to another edition of our Locked On Twins postcast. Today is Tuesday, May 24th. I'm the host of Locked On Twins, Nash Walker, here with writer and reporter at Access Twins, Brandon Warren. He's back tonight, hit a couple homers. I don't even have to hear in softball last night. We missed them. And our partners at BetOnline continue to be your number one source for all your betting needs and sports info. Find all of the latest odds, news, and sports developments, including this year's basketball playoffs, Major League Baseball scores, fights, and even next season's NFL futures. Head over to betonline.net. Brandon, Twins win tonight 2-0. They are 27-16. And this one starts and ends, I think, with Sonny Gray on the hill.
Yeah, we've seen guys really be dominant for this team. We've seen guys in MLB be dominant. But it felt like a long time since I've seen a Twins pitcher this much in command. It wasn't big velocity. 13 swinging strikes is pretty good in 95 pitches, but I don't know, man. It felt like that 2-0 lead, as long as he was on the mound, was closer to 6 or 7-0. He just had the Tigers eating out of the palm of his hands and all the palm of his right hand, I guess. And yeah, they never seemed in it. The Twins offense did not ambush Mr. Brisky. And at the same time, though, the Twins just played another complete team game, which we have seen so much of them through the first 43 games of the season.
Sonny Gray got some good defense behind him. Byron Buxton, amazing catch, laying out in center field. That was awesome, Brandon.
Yeah, and I tweeted it that he's a bad or evil man, or maybe I said both. But, a lot of things will slump. I mean, he's down to, 211 batting average. I mean, that's kind of hard to believe, but that's how bleak it's been for him. But defense usually doesn't slump. Speed usually doesn't slump. And so he's still providing value, and that's what's important, having him out there. So we'll probably take tomorrow afternoon off, just like you and I will. But, going out there and doing what he can defensively still helps this team a lot. And I think Sonny Gray with his dad celebration was still pretty good.
Couple guys are slumping in this lineup, Brandon. Ryan Jeffers had that great little stretch at home against the White Sox. He got going with that double off Kendall Graveman, then had a run of games where he was hitting for power. We haven't really seen that from Jeffers. Do you have any concern for the Twins backstop?
I mean, he's going to ebb and flow, and I think if we expected him to match the production he had when he came up in 2020, that probably wasn't going to be fair. But I think it's fair to ask for more. And at that same point, though, Gary Sanchez, while better, has not been a runaway favorite to take playing time back there. So I'm concerned from the sense that, from a guy who was drafted as a bat first catcher, you'd hope there'd be a little more there. But at the same time, too, again, like Buxton in this slump right now, I think his defense behind the plate is giving the Twins enough that it's like, okay, pencil him in the 9 spot. Hopefully the bat comes around. He gives you somewhere around a league average OPS plus. But right now, he's down to 200, 283 on base. Gary Sanchez is 285. That's not a lot of production on your catchers. So I don't know. You kind of want one or the other to kind of run away with it, and they're not doing it right now.
Part of the shift for the Twins, we hear a lot about it. It's true, and it feels like they're hitting to the opposite field more. They're winning with less home runs. They're finding ways to score otherwise. I think it's Gio Urshela, because you watch Gio Urshela go up to the plate. He's not looking to hit a bomb. He's not looking to, he'll drive the ball if it's there, but going to the opposite field, he has 3 hits tonight, and we talk about Gio, and I like the way that you put it when we first, I think, brought him up here. Good teams have players like Gio Urshela.
He reminds me a little bit, and it's not a same position, although I guess when he was with the Twins, it was. Eduardo Nunez. Eduardo Nunez was a little more versatile, I think. And the same thing, though, the guy goes up there and you're like, okay, is he ever going to get a hit? Swings at everything, doesn't make great contact, sometimes looks goofy in the field. And at the end of the day, he's got 3 hits and he came up big for them last night in a walk-off win. He's a glue guy, and I was thinking the other day, it's a shame Luis Ariz didn't get to play at the same time as Eduardo Escobar. Well, I think these two guys are doing their best job to replicate what Escobar brought to the table. Nobody will ever replace Eduardo Escobar in the clubhouse, but they've got two of these guys who I think can do a fairly good impersonation of a good glue guy, good clubhouse guy that does enough good stuff on the field. Not that I'm trying to compare Arise to Urshela, but good personality guys that can definitely play.
You know what'll play for your gut? Athletic Greens. Athletic Greens are healthy and delicious. With one delicious scoop of AG1, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food sourced superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens to help you start your day right. This special blend of ingredients supports your gut health. Take it easy. Go to athleticgreens.com/MLB network. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/MLB network. Let's finish with a preview of the series finale. We talked about this 15-game stretch. The Twins swept the Royals. They've won the first 2 games with the Tigers. They're 5-0 in this 15-game stretch and have Dylan Bundy going tomorrow. When I looked at this series, Brandon, I thought win Monday because Tuesday felt like Sonny Gray was going to give you a really good chance. And the Tigers kind of, semi-quasi bullpen game today with Brisky. And then tomorrow is a true bullpen game. But, Bundy's been up and down. What do you expect to see out of Bundy and the Twins offense against this Tigers bullpen that's actually their biggest strength?
Yeah, their bullpen's been pretty decent, and they did a nice job backing up Risky tonight. My hope is that Bundy's kind of on the kind of like a hybrid of the Ober Archer plan. Just, milk what you can out of them. And, I've been running numbers. The Twins have not gotten a lot of innings out of their starters, but their bullpen has picked up the slack. I kind of expect the same. It won't be a true bullpen game, but I don't know how long they'll let Bundy go unless he's really looking good. I think the top is probably 5, maybe 6 if it's really stretched, but he'd have to look really good. So really the hope is that maybe the offense jumps out to an early 5-0 lead, something like that. And from there, the Twins can kind of just mix and match, maybe get Trevor McGill some innings, some guys who are not going to work as much in a 2-0 game as they might an 8-0 game. So my hope and my thought is they're going to grab the sweep with a nice offensive effort tomorrow, but they have not been scoring runs, I think, as consistently as we had hoped. The pitching has just picked them up right when they've needed to. This is what good teams do. This is what special teams do. And right now they look like a very, very good baseball team. And too, I should note, the White Sox are getting pasted tonight. So they're going to pick up another game on the Whiteys tonight.
I wanted to finish with that as well. White Sox get destroyed. Dylan Cease just shelled tonight at home against the Red Sox. Chased, I think, in the 3rd or the 4th inning. Dylan Cy Young Cease now has an ERA over 4. But that's beside the point. The Twins have a 5.5 game lead in the Central at the end of tonight. And, when does it get to the point, Brandon, where we're starting to have, reminiscing on 2019 when the Twins built that 8.5, 9.5 game lead on Cleveland? Because you look at this schedule for the Twins, and it's not getting super tough anytime in the short term. They have the Tigers 1 more, Royals for 4, Tigers for 5. So, it feels like right now, this is when the Twins can get up to that 7.5, 8.5 range.
Yeah, you want to come out of this stretch, if you can, 15 games over 500, I think. It takes you, what does that take you into early June, I think? I think June 2 is the last game against the Tigers in that stretch. So if you can go into that stretch, right now they're 11 games over. If you can get 14, 15 over, you got to feel really good, because at the end of the year, being 14 or 15 over is a pretty nice number, and you only have to play 500 the rest of the way to get there. So they're doing a lot of very important foundation work right now, and a lot of teams don't beat the teams they're supposed to, and then they have to really, kind of bust their butts down the stretch. The Twins are putting themselves in a really nice position.
And don't get me wrong here. It's going to get tough. They got the Blue Jays, the Rays, the Yankees coming up. They got that AL East trip. I think some of those games are at home. They got the Yankees and Rays at home, if I'm not mistaken. But if you, like you said, if you're 14, 15 games above 500, you can lose those series and get out of that stretch and still be 10, 11 games above 500.
Well, and there's no team to fear in the AL this year, because I know the Yankees were good, but they just got swept in a double dip by the White Sox, and I think they lost again today. Aaron Hicks looks like he's a mess. And I don't know. Josh Donaldson's got some bad mojo around him. I don't know, man. There's no team the Twins have to hide from right now. So take care of business when it's in front of you, and then, hey, let the chips fall where they may when you take on the big boys.
Twins beat the Tigers tonight 2-0. They are 27-16. It has become, for sure, a very, very good start for the Minnesota Twins in 2022. Brandon, thank you so much. We will be back Thursday, so join us then. Looking forward to it.